Hey, what's up everybody? Today we're doing a bit of a travel vlog for my trip to Chicago to visit the Line Friends pop-up shop. This is again day one for the Chicago pop-up shop and it's open till about mid-February. So what we're going to do in this video is talk about the merch that we saw as well as the things that we were able to do at the pop-up shop and my overall thoughts on it. So they'll have merch for the Line Friends, they're going to have merch for New Jeans, and of course they are going to have a huge selection of stuff for the BT21. So we're going to go ahead and go over all the merch that we were able to see. I don't have a few things in here, but we'll do our best. So just a heads up, in case you're going to go, bring your own bag, because they don't have any. But aside from the bag scenario, they do have a free gift event going on where if you spend $75 or more, you'll get a free BT21 holiday plate set. And if you spend $125 or more, you'll get the plate set and a holiday plush. Now keep a lookout for these tags throughout the store. They're very, very small, but they give you 50 to 70% off the item that they're right next to. So it's a really good way to save money and it helps with doing the math for the free gifts. Right out of the door, you see the stationery set where they have the 2024 calendar for BT21, as well as some checklists, some graph paper just to keep tabs on stuff. You're also going to have the snow globes right below that, one for every single BT21. Here's Mom. And then on the side, we have some holiday ornaments. These look like the BT21s, and right below them are tiny little triangular pillows. But on the side of this stand, they actually have a really cool ugly sweater featuring the BT21s. It's a special price of only $15 for the Chicago pop-up. It's normally about $60, so it's quite a good deal, especially if you plan on using it for more than one holiday season. And it says Happy Holidays with BT21. Now this is kind of like the back wall, a big giant selection of plushies and an overview of the BT21 stuff, which is basically about half of the store. It takes up like 1.5 full walls and then most of the middle section. So here's some of the bigger plushies. And then just a heads up, there is some inside Mong stuff, some of the maskless Mong stuff, but a lot of the stuff disappeared really quick. Like that hug plush was not there by the end of my visit. Here's the other like 0.5 wall that's covered with BT21 stuff. It's like the small versions of the plushies that you can dress up with costumes. Here's some mouse pads and then a little bit of the bag selection that they have. I kind of want to just get a little bit of a close-up so you can see a little bit closer than that far out zoom we had going on earlier. So here's going to be the first island of BT21 stuff that has some of the In the Forest stuff from a previous BT21 promotion. Then there's some of the sports promotion left. Really, it's just the bag and whatever that item was at the bottom. I don't actually remember what that item was. They also have some utensils, so like some small plates, some spoons. I believe there was a straw in that box up there. They have some drinking cups, and I never figured out what this was. So if you know what it is, let me know in the comments. They also have some bags, which are really, really useful. These are like nice little travel bags. They seem very tough, and they also have one in purple. So very, very cool bag. Definitely I was about to purchase it, but I just didn't at the end. I ended up purchasing that duffel bag, actually, which was 50% off. So it was actually only an $18 duffel bag, which is really cool. I'm not really sure what the section was, but I just have it in here so you could see everything. I do remember this backpack though. This backpack was really cool, but it was $51, so just couldn't pay for the price for it. There's also some computer accessories. They have chargers, the laptop cases, and also some charging pads for each member. Over here is kind of like a closer view of some of the limited sets. And then there's a middle island that has kind of like Loungefly bags. On the bottom, there are actually tissue box holders, which is really cool. It was actually really nice. Now, this part of the video is basically going to be dedicated to each of the individual BT21 members and the individual merch that they have for them. Basically, it's the same for all of them, though, where they're going to have the slippers, they're going to have the small little keychains, they're going to have the stickers. I'm not really sure what the stock is looking like, but for each individual one, except for the maskless Mong stuff, it seemed pretty well stocked. It seemed like they had a lot of the stuff either in the back room. They kept bringing it out, so I don't think they're going to run out of the individual members really quick, again, except for the maskless Mong stuff. Because that, again, that hug plush It was there for like 2 hours at the beginning of the day and it was gone. And I know that in other shops, like the online shops for the New York or the California one, that plush is no longer available. So I'm not really sure what the stock is looking like, if they get more shipments in here and there, but there was a pretty healthy stock of the individual BT21s on day one. So we saw the RJ stuff, there was the Koya stuff a second ago, and then here is the Chimmy stuff, kind of split up across different videos because it was kind of hard for me to get one consistent video, just because there was still a lot of people in the shop. So here are all the different things. We got some glasses, the night lights, the mug heaters, the airplane pillows, and I believe that's the hat at the bottom, like the inflatable hats. Chimmy specifically had like a small little island to themselves of just this particular Chimmy right at the front. Here's going to be some of the Tata stuff. So again, like I was saying earlier, a lot of the same consistent stuff. You see the socks, you see the bags, you see the phone, like pocket, case thing that you can wear around your shoulder. So if you're looking for a particular member, have no fears. There's a ton of merch for each single BT21. And even though I've talked about the inside Mong stuff not being as available, there was still a ton of Mong stuff, which we'll get to in just a minute here. But again, here's some of the Tata stuff. I really liked the like laundry bag that they had. Like that little jelly bean looking thing on the bottom shelf is like a laundry bag. And you could use it for like traveling, you can use it for actual laundry. I think you're supposed to like put your socks in there so that way they don't roll around in the washing machine or get lost in the washing machine. But yeah, here's some of the cookie stuff. And yeah, just like I was saying earlier, the keychains are there, the slippers are there. I was thinking about the sticker sets because I think the sticker sets are actually kind of cool, especially if you do like a lot of DIY decorating for like books and stuff. Now here's the Mong section again. This video actually was taken a little bit later than my first one, about like an hour later. So when we swing around to the other side, actually you don't see a lot of the maskless Mong stuff. You do have the pajama set available, which is actually pretty cool, and the slippers. So if you're looking for like an inside Mong, just kind of like cozy before bedtime setup, you got the slippers and you got the pajama set, which is actually really cool. And then here's all the Shooky stuff. Again, we got the laundry bag, the slippers, we got some of like the other bags available. Those little tiny furry looking things are actually a photo card book, which is actually really cool. Here are some of the lights again, the ceramic mug heater, and then some of the plushies on the bottom, and some cups. Now we're going to move on to the new jeans section of the store. This was a lot smaller than the BT21 section, so it's kind of going to be a short part of the video. So this is the main wall where they have like the t-shirts, the hats, the plushes, and then the little tiny plushes that you could dress up with the costumes. I don't have this on video, but there was actually the Powerpuff Girls and New Jeans mouse pad available on one of the little islands. Here's some of the other New Jeans stuff. Now, just as a heads up, they don't have a ton of New Jeans stuff. This looks kind of like the leftovers from either the California or the New York stores. They do have some things in all members, but not a lot of things. Now, if you're looking for Chicago specific stuff, this is actually one of the like cups or like the water bottles. It's from a previous one though, so it's not specific to this particular pop-up. But in terms of things that you can do at the pop-up shop, there is this giant photo op for New Jeans, and then there's also this message board for Play Line Friends where you can kind of just leave a message and then put it up there. Now for me, this was the message that I put on the wall there. It's from the Inside Mong episode where I think it was like episode 2 of Hope and Love, and I really like the quote, so I decided to write it and put it on the wall. And then there was this big giant wheel where you could spin to see which BT21 you were, and I really enjoyed it. Jimmy! All right, so What do I think about the shop? I think it's awesome. I think it's really, really cool. For the most part, they kept things really well stocked. Like, the employees kept going back and forth, just restocking the shelves. These are the shelves at the end of my trip. So as you can see, pretty well stocked with each one of the individual members. We may have bought a bit too much. But that's going to be all for my travel vlog to Chicago to visit the Line Friends pop-up shop. Again, this was day 1 and it goes until about mid-February. So if you're in the Midwest and can't make a trip out to either California or New York, this is a lot more convenient for you, and hopefully you're able to stop by and pick up some stuff. That's all for now. Thank you all so much for watching, and as always, until next time, take it easy.